What up? Welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy St. Jude month. I'm beyond jazzed. Beyond jazzed for this month. It is a month that we look forward to every single year. It is an amazing, awesome, out of this world opportunity to have the chance to even raise money for them and just help support families. And it's been something near and dear to me for the past few years since we started doing it. So I appreciate every single damn one of you for being here. Thank you, friends. All right. Well, things are not going to go the way they're supposed to go because that's just life. And when you change things, you adjust things, you add things, well, you know what happens. It just doesn't work the way you want it to. So it is what it is, and that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. Oh, guys. Thank y'all for the subs. Holy shit. Hold on. We're getting there, man. We're getting there, right? All right. Hold on. Oh, hey, how are you? Okay. Stuff and also things. Okay. We'll see how it goes. I tried to get everything set in stone as much as possible. We'll see. Yeah. This is our first St. Jude live of the month, and we are already at over $600 raised. So if that ain't some shit, I don't know what to tell you. We're getting too hype. I'm excited, man. It's going to be a fun month. It's going to be a lot of fun. Amber, thank you again. Thank you so much. Little Iron Lady, welcome back. Hello. Mozzarella. Been a hot moment. Hello. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, hey, how are you? I'm excited, man. This is going to be fun. Hope the day is good. It is good. It is good. Busy. We've been super busy. Super busy, but here we are. Oh, I need to adjust. I never actually adjusted this, and I got to fix it. Oh, Murphy. Also, the other fun part, I hope this works. I'm going to do my best to monitor donations when they come in. It might be a little bit tough. I'm trying something different. Still trying to figure out the best way. This might be the way. We'll see how it goes. Oh, goodness gracious, Amber. Amethyst, thank you for the 3 months. Play more the other side? Oh, we will. Oh, that's a guarantee. I feel like we were just dipping our toe in the water of that game, man. Yeah, I feel like it has a lot to offer. Cow chips! We're going to. I might do some solo runs. We'll see what happens. All right. It was a lot of fun. What's funny is, like, I posted a video today, and it was super creepy. There wasn't a bunch of like jump scares or anything like that. But then when Kill and I played the cleanse game mode, that one had them. So I'm gonna post that as well. It's gonna be oh man, it was a good one. I can't wait to go back and visit it. There's a bunch. We've only been to one map. I still have so much to figure out. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, guys. Hi. The happy death day got me. Wait, what? Oh, the happy death. Oh, yeah. The happy birthday sign. Oh, yeah. I was going to post a short about it today, but I didn't have time. Stuff was busy, man. Yeah. Hoodie Snow, thank you for the 3 months. Midnight, thank you for the 2. Guys, Blondie, thank you for the $25 dono to St. Jude, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ember, thank you for the $25 dono. And of course, today I added Bean Boozled. I don't know if I'll have it on every day. I also have a limited amount of them for today, but I did buy more. I do promise I bought more. Thunderbolts, thank you for the $100 dono to St. Jude, dude. Yeah, I got Bean Boozled today. Yeah. What we might end up doing is I might end up just doing like a handful at a time, depending on how it goes. But yes, there's different rewards that you can get as well. If you donate 25 or more, you're going to get the donor role inside of the Discord for donating to St. Jude. There's a couple options in there for things. There's one for being boozled, but of course, the donor role, if I see that you've donated over 25 or more, I'm going to go back to the list. If you didn't redeem that as your redemption, then just you can feel free to send me your Discord name or like a screenshot or something like that. And that'll be fine. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Colin, thank you for the dono. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Michaela, thank you. Cozy. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I already hit 2 milestones, by the way. We've already hit the first gross soda and the first merch. So yeah. Oh man. Hey Lupus, happy birthday, dude. What up, Tyler? Hello. I feel so thirsty. I have water though. Well, wash it down with a soda. Shut up. I know what's going to be said. I know what's going to be said. Jenny, thank you for the dono. It's raining Bean Boozled. I can't wait. What a great decision. Did I say great? That's not what I meant. Yeah. Break. I see you, dude. I see you, dude. You never responded to me. We had some crazy beans before we even had our first stream of this. Benny, hello, how are you? But today we're doing Phasmo. We are doing the Phasmos while we do the things in the stuff. Yeah. Apocrypha, thank you for the $200 dono to St. Jude friend. Fam loves being boozled. You know, I feel like I used to have a stronger stomach and a weaker palate. So like Bean Boozled didn't used to hit me as hard. But now when I eat them, I taste everything. I taste it all. It's not good. It's not good for anybody. To see it, to witness it, be a part of it. Just got done. I just got gone from drinking. There you go. How are you? I'm good. It's rough. It's stuff. Maybe not as bad as those. Maybe not as bad as those that are in the fridge. Yeah. Colors, shades, sounds. Okay. We even have, I'm going to mess around with this a little bit, but I even made a St. Jude screen. It's all kinds of St. Jude up in this mother. Hey, Jet, how are you? Too drunk to type. That's okay. That's okay. You should be. That makes sense. Yeah, so this was this design in the background. This is their 2025 design. And then you can see some of the characters that were drawn by some of the St. Jude kids. Like the one, I love the fire guy. That one, I remember that one so well. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we've already raised $1,000 and we haven't even opened a damn game. And this is our first stream of the month. Guys, it's going into the end of the month. It is going to the end of the month. So trust me when I say you have more than enough time if you're even thinking about it. Anonymous, thank you for the 10. Ferenc Chick, thank you for the 25. Hello. Oh my goodness gracious. What are we playing tonight? We're playing Phas. We're doing the Phasmers. But yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like before I get into the games, we should I opened the game already. I guess I can, we can do this. Hold on. Because we have to do a merch giveaway and then I've got to spin the soda wheel because I hate my life. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. Juju, thank you for the biddies. Happy St. Jude month. We have a Twitch baby named Leota now. Aw. You met Doc and you're so... Oh, you got to see Doc. Ooh, stopped into a Doc stream. You put it as a goal. I'm aware of the pain that I inflict on myself, but it is, if it's going to elicit the possibility of more donations to such a wonderful cause, I'll endure. all day, every day. All day, every day. Amber, thank you for the $100 dono. And Nocturnal, thank you for the 50. Get loved on, nerd. No, you. Oh, my goodness. My Lanza. How far have you gotten with the trophy progress? I don't know. I don't know what percent I'm at right now. I haven't really grinded. I mean, I'm at 45, and I haven't really tried for this one. I tried to get the first upgrade. But now I was like, meh, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm fine. What was I going to say? But yeah, for those of you that you might be new, maybe you've never been here before, or maybe you've never been here for a May. We have done this for the past few years, where for the entire month of May, we raise money for St. Jude. If you guys don't know who St. Jude is, St. Jude Play Live, this is for the St. Jude Children's Hospital and research. They do such an amazing job at taking care of the kids and the families that are involved. It is cancer research. And what makes St. Jude so awesome and amazing is that it is all donations. The kids and the families don't ever pay a single dime for anything. Accommodations, for treatment, anything. They don't have to pay a single dime. And it's because of people like you guys and other people around the world that just have massive hearts and are willing to give to such an amazing cause. So I say it every time, but like if we can have a small impact in that and help that in any way, I feel like I have to. So we've done it for the past couple of years, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So here we are. Here we are. A month of fun, a month of pain. Maybe some good times. We'll see, I guess. Where do we donate? If you do !St. Jude or !Donate, both of those should give you links. Yeah. I've worked their event at the National Cathedral. Oh, that's cool. I've been invited in the past to go to one of the summits. I just couldn't, and it sucked. I wanted to so badly. I had an opportunity once where they reached out and had me record a short segment to include in their presentation for Twitch. So like whenever Twitch was when Twitch had their thing going on, they showed a big St. Jude segment, and I got to be a part of that. So that was cool. Yeah. Hi, Gaga. Gaga has been, hold on. Where is she? Where is she? Yeah, there she is. There she is. Gaga has been playing a little bit. She's number 8 on the leaderboard. She's nuts. Siren, thank you so freaking much. And Gaga. Oh, it's a baby. Can we call it sausage? Cassie, thank you for the 5 months. Just a little. Yay, little baby sausage. What up, Goofball? How are you? Oh my goodness. Teeny. I love May streams. Makes me feel so good. As someone who survived brain cancer at 12 years old 3 times, that is insane, Teeny. That is absolute bonkers. That is crazy, dude. Fucking congrats to you. That is so cool. So cool you were able to get through that. Oh my gosh. Aries, thank you for the $25 donation, friend. Thank you. Yes. All right. Before we get into any games, I have to do the stuff and the things. Do you want merch first or grow soda? You choose. Which one do you want? I owe you both right now. Actually, shit. I owe you 2 merch and a soda, don't I? Well, damn it. Soda? Yeah, we might as well get it out of the way. What about gross merch? I could spit on it. Well, that sounded weird. Merch sandwich? Ooh, merch sandwich. Anonymous. 2 anonymouses. Thank you for the donos, friends. You take the spit shirt? Roger that. Going once, going twice? Wrong website, my bad. All right, we'll do the soda first. And then after that, I'll do 2 merch giveaways back to back. How do I donate? If you do !Donate, friend. Sold. Foot dab. All right. The soda wheel is back. It has made a return. I made sure to leave a huge gap between us doing it again and St. Jude. Well, guess what? Here we are. It has returned. I I don't know if we missed it. I don't think missed it is the phrase I was looking for. Not excited. Not jazzed. At all. Oh, and it's cool. Thank you for the 4 months. What do you guys think it's going to be? Don't say the one you know I'm going to get. I wish you a speedy recovery. Why is Ranch only there once? Because it should only be there once. I only have one of them. Why would I have multiple? How dare you? Listen, I can almost muster, like, it's been a while since I've had these two. I can muster most of these. They're not good. They taste awful. But Ranch? Girl? All right. Oh no, what happened? Oh, he disconnected. We should probably just go home. Well, all right, see you guys later. God damn it. F's, dude. Ah, why did it have to be the first one? Why? Oh my God. I have a chaser. I have a chaser. Oh my God. Karen, thank you for the $25 dono. Thank you so much. I should down it with the beans. Anonymous, thank you for another 10. Oh gosh, darn it. See, when you order enough of these, sodas, they send you a bottle opener. Yep. That's them telling you should stop. You should not get any more of these. We're tired of seeing your name pop up. Yeah, they sent me a bottle opener. At least it's done, I guess. I guess so. Natalie, thank you for the dono, friend. Gonna get endorsed. Oh my God, can you imagine? Sponsored by Lester Fixins. I'll have to go back and count all the Bean Boozleds. We'll get there. Oh my God, it's gonna be so bad. Maybe if I hold my nose, like when I start drinking. Oh my God. It like, what was that old meme? What show was that with Raven or whatever, where like it zooms in on her eye and there's like a flashback of her life? I felt that on that sniff. Full screen. All right. Mama didn't raise no bitch. That's a Raven. Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's the one. Yes. About to be sponsored by somebody. Maybe depends. So it's going to be really gross, but at the same time, hopefully kill some of it. I have a soda to help me wash it down a little bit. So hopefully that'll work. Mozzarella, thank you for the $25 dono. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. Ready? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm going to water my... Okay. It's really, really bad. Okay, wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I need to be at the... Hold on. I need to be a little bit more ready than this. All right. If things go south, I have a can. You have a bucket? Yep. Just in case. Everybody get your ranch up. Let's go. Barf bucket. Yep. Okay. Oh my God. I'm fine. Oh, it's so bad. I'm fine. This is fine. I'm fine. Oh. Oh. Need to report myself to the authorities. We're fine. You guys good? I'm good. There's no grind in Phasmo. There is no. It's so awful. It's so bad. You all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. This is fine. You guys hot? I feel hot in here. You guys good? Oh, it just lingers like a boot. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. Okay, I'm good. All right, let's do merch giveaways. Oh my God. It just lingers. It don't go away. Dude, I'm about to just do the Bean Boozle and get it over with. Yeah, you joined at a great time. My first soda wheel spin of the month, and it was literally the worst possible one. My eye hurts. We're good. Hi, Mood. All right. You know what? In honor of having to drink that shit. Oh, stop. Stop coming back. Just stay down. Just stay down. Just stay down, please. Mood, it's so bad. The others are gross and I can deal with them. Ranch just like, oh, it like curdles in your stomach. Ugh. It's fighting its way. It hurts my soul. Grant, thank you for the follow. Rich, hello. It's for the kids. It's fine. Oh my God, man. That's bad. That's bad stuff. Whew, okay, we're doing 2 merch giveaways. This is super easy for you guys because all you do this to yourself. I'm aware. You guys are gonna have to do nothing except wait for the command to pop up in chat. You'll even hear a little bing, and then you'll be able to join. Super simple. I feel deflated. Yet at the same time, full. It's like it's like a bad alien trying to get out of you. All right. Everything is going to be just fine. All right. So when it pops up just like this, all you have to do is type join in chat. That's it. If you type the word join, you could win yourself a FlashForce pint glass to drink your ranch out of. Whoever wins this, I expect a picture with this glass full of ranch. Do we have an understanding? It's for the kids. It's for the kids. Maybe not the entire thing. Well, most of the glass. Maybe, I don't know. No, you're gonna do it. I swear to God, I will find out where they sent this to, and I will tell them to report it stolen. Yeah, they came to the factory and took it from us. Dirty bastards. Why is it blue? I don't know. Because it's literally a part of the word glass. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. I don't have an answer. No idea. MKM, GG's. You can't make me. Yeah, whatever. All right. All right. We have another one. We has another one. MKM, make sure you click on that redeem link, friend. GG's. All right, what's next? What is next? You know what? You know what? I know what we're doing next. I know what we're doing next. I haven't given one of these away in a while. I feel it here. It's like resting in my chest. Oh my God. We're fine. If you're just coming in, hello. We're doing a couple of merch giveaways because we have reached a couple of milestones in our St. Jude journey for the month. We have a month-long goal of trying to raise $15,000 for St. Jude. We have been live for approximately 30 minutes, and I mean, yeah, there was some beforehand, but we are almost at $1,500 raised for St. Jude. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. And I just heard a noise and I don't know what it means. What noise did I just hear? I don't know what that was. Indy, thank you for the $50 dono. Oh, hey, how are ya? And can't buy. No, but I heard another noise. Yeah, that was something else, friends. That wasn't the merch yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. No, there was another noise. It wasn't the merch noise. It was something different. It sounded like a slot machine. Must have been the. I hate your face so much. You're losing. I swear to God, I heard a noise. I don't know what it was. It wasn't in the song. It wasn't inside of Phasmo. We're a bunch of Disney lemmings. That's my life. Maybe Blurp? Was it Blurp? I didn't see anything in chat for it. Unless it got lost. Okay. We are giving away a Goo shirt. I haven't given away a Goo shirt in ages. It has been quite a long time. Now's your chance. Now's your chance that you can support the Goo. Goo shirt. Yep. There it is. In all of its glory. In all of its glory, that could be yours. For the low, low price of free 99. Support the Goo. Yep, I said it. I'll say it twice. Damn straight. Reds, thank you for the follow. Grizzly, thank you for the 23 months. Vaughn, hello. Streamed again for the first time in 6 years, and it was horribly lovely. I think that describes anybody streaming. Horribly lovely? Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Oh, and thank you for the 4 months. Thank you so much. Support the Goo. That's right. Sinister! Let's go, dude. GG's. Hell yeah. All right. There we have it. There we have it. So, as you can see from our St. Jude screen, give you a little heads up here. Our next milestone in all of said things is for a Dixper Chaos Day at 2K. So if you haven't been here for a Dixper Chaos, if you don't know what Dixper is in general, it is a interactive platform that allows you guys to screw with my game. It basically messes with my keybinds, it messes with the screen, my sound, all of it. We don't use it as much because it's kind of broken, but we do bring it back occasionally for like a day on celebrations. And what we do is we spend that day just giving away crates. So I don't want you guys buying crates, so I just give them away. That day we've met a goal, we've earned that day. I don't want you buying crates. So I just do giveaway drops every however often. And then yeah. And then my goal is to live. And there will be some kind of consequence if I don't live. If you get me with a Dixper, there will be a consequence. So crowd control one, kind of, yeah, in a manner of speaking. It's like crowd control for games that you can't have crowd control for. Because there are certain games that don't release API and you can't mess with them. So things like that. All right. Listen, I so badly wanted them to fix their stuff because it is fun, but it was breaking all the time. That's why people like me, people like Tom and others, we stopped using it because we were so sick of it breaking all the time. When it worked, it was great. When it worked. It's kind of like Faz. Oh my goodness. Major Knight, what did I do? I just work here. Hey, Confabulation's on sale. Faz has no bugs. Roger that. Noted. Well, apparently it's everyone's birthday, Ms. Crimson. But happy birthday to you. Apparently it's everyone's birthday, and I was not told. All right, I need water. I feel that like dried me out. I don't know why. Is the alert now popping up on this screen or is it? Oh, there it is. Why was that so late? What the hell? Brenda, thank you for the dono. Kind of like Dino. Damn bots. My goodness. Mel, thank you for the donation to St. Jude. And there's plenty of ways. There's plenty of ways to do it too. So whether it is through the command inside of chat, whether it's through my about. So in my about and my profile, basically, there's a link there to donate as well. It's inside of my link tree. It's everywhere. So if you get lost in the sauce, you can find it. Apparently it was Dave's birthday. What the? All right. NHL. I don't watch NHL. I don't watch NHL. All right. So what I'll do in a little bit, I'm going to backtrack and count how many Bean Boozleds there are. And we'll work from there. Okay. I'm fine. You guys good? I'm fine. I'm fine. Tomorrow we're celebrating my daughter's birthday. It's not her actual birthday, but it's on the weekend, so we're doing it then. Hopefully it's not going to rain. There's a bunch of stuff happening. My son has shows happening tomorrow. There's all kinds of stuff going on, man. There's all kinds of stuff right now. My wife is being super mom. Dealing with all the things. About to play Phas with the kids. Let's go. Mutant Murphy. Thank you for the dono. Thank you for another dono. I saw that. Oh, you did that just for Bean Boozled. You know what? Never mind. I was going to, I'll take back that thank you. That was specifically done for mischief. Hi, Mr. Song. Oh, thank you. Yeah, little miss is. I know you. All right. My Lanta. Nervy Jane, thank you for the 25 dono for the kids. Appreciate you guys. And please, 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 please always understand, if you don't have the ability to donate, please don't ever feel bad. Ever, ever, ever. I try to remind people as much as possible that your presence, being in a stream, sharing a stream, video, whatever it may be, is extremely helpful. It does not require you to donate to be helpful. Even just being here is being helpful. I hope you know that. So thank you to every last one of you. Thank you. Okay, it's apparently 15 other people's birthdays. I just have to have a blanket birthday, friend. Happy birthday to all of you. Oh, the blurb thing. Oh, no. Ooh, wait, can I move that down? Oh, that's in the way. Oh, thank you, Thunderbolt. Just what we needed. Appreciate you. All right, where? It's behind, because you see what I had to do? I put the bar up top and I moved my camera down, but now I have to move everything else down. Blurp, I did not. All right, that might be good. We'll see. Gosh darn it. Is there a way to stop fast? Baza, you'd have to go to their Discord. Yeah, there's a lot of late summer wedding anniversary. Yes, there is. There's a ton. Why are you this way, Rafa? What have I done to you? Hence all the May babies. Listen, ours were like intentionally born when they were born. Everybody between May and June. Everybody. You know what that means when all the kids are born between May and June? That means one of you is a teacher. All right. That's good to go. What I should do, though... Hold on, I'm going to put this link in chat for myself. I'm putting it in chat for myself. Let me copy you. There we go. I was trying to copy a link and it was not having it. Potato, Zachary, Ryder, what up? How we doing? Welcome in. What a great movie. The Mask. Oh, so good. The echolocation is going to be your favorite. Millsy, thank you for the donation. Thank you. No empathy. Well, wait, that's contradictory. Thank you so much for the donation to St. Jude, friend. All right, I need to go to my channel. I need to edit a link. Once I edit this link, we're going to get into Phasma. I got to get some levels, dude. We just prestiged. Hey, you trying to say something? There it is. Oh my God. Okay. There we go. There we go. Millsy, thank you for the 4 months. Okay, I should be good. Have a great stream. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you. I should be ready to rock. Artsy, hello. So my son thought thinks he's just the cool guy. He went to a party tonight, a birthday party at an ice skating rink. And dude thought, dude thinks he's hot stuff. So he went in a t-shirt and shorts. No, I'll be fine. I'm like, dude, you're going to be cold. It's ice. It's literally called ice skating. No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. We get there. Oh, I'm fine. Puts the skates on, gets on the ice. It's kind of cold. But then he said kind of cold. And then as he's going around, he's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. And my wife texted me to let me know he's still sticking to this it's not cold stuff. Like, all right, dude. Well, it's like when we would go to school and we would go to school when it's snowing and we'd go in t-shirt and shorts. So like, dude, you're going to get sick. No, I'm not sick. Forced confidence. Yeah, I think he's a cool guy. I approve. I mean, I used to go to school in shorts all the time. Yeah. Wait till the more. I swear to. Taco, thank you for the follow. Kyle, thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. All right, we're about to get into games. If you just are coming in, hi. Hello, hi. You missed a little bit of chaos, but it's okay. We are raising money for St. Jude this month. I'm super excited. It is going to be such a great month. Song, I saw your message, by the way. I'm going to scroll back. We are raising money for St. Jude Children's Hospital, and I'm just super excited. We do this every May. We have set a very, very big, awesome, amazing goal of trying to raise $15,000 this month, and we're going to do everything in our power to hit that goal. We are 44 minutes into the first stream of the month, and we are already on our way to the $2,000 goal. So I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely grateful. Thank you all so much. I remember when Little Miss Izzy was still a baby. Can't believe she's getting so old. I know, man. I know. Tim really does fly. He said Tim. Oldest is starting high school. Good grief. Withering Witch, hello. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm that interested in doing event maps right now. Really, the reality is I'm level 21. I need to get some levels. So we're going to start with a nice comfy Willers and we'll decide from there. And then I need to backtrack the donations and figure out what I owe for Bean Boozled. Derek, it's in the description. If you look in the description, it's the link should be the top. Yeah. Oh, it was great. Started playing the first game. Yo, dude, it was great. I enjoyed it so much. All the beans. I got some upgrades. Youngest just graduated high school last year. I swear, oh my God. Yeah, my wife's going to be a wreck. She's going to be a wreck when all that happens. Have to play it again. Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to play it again. I feel like there's a lot that I haven't mess with in that game. We're talking about the other side. So good. Hey, Shark, I appreciate it, man. All right, let's go do a nightmare at Willer's. And so will you, I'm sure. What? So far today, we've done 2 merch giveaways and a disgusting, awful soda. And literally the worst one possible, which was great. Oh, you're saying that I'm going to be a wreck. Oh, probably. Yeah. Tiger Wolf, hello. Taco Goddess, thank you for the 1 month. Thank you so much for the sub. Be a wreck when the littles go off to school. Yep. It's going to happen. Anthony Kemper, EMF, cleanse, and a firelight. Let's go. This. Let's ride. Them newborn trenches are rough. What do you mean? I watched the other side gameplay. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I'm excited to try the other maps. From what it looked like the ghosts were tied to the map. Like the ghost model was tied to the map, which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm hoping that they change. The game is, it just came out. Yeah. Hey, Mira. All right. Oh, the St. Jude button's in the way. There we go. All right. Off to the races. Oh, thank you, Mr. Song. I'll definitely let you know, my man. But of course. Yeah, the spirit box in that game was uber creepy. Oh my gosh. Some of the stuff that it said to me. Oh, it was awful. Nicole, thank you for the dodo. Ah, Kidra. Let's get some. Was that like just lighting? Why did it look like I saw my breath? Okay, that was weird. Not a basement ghost? Shh. It's gonna hear you. Hey, don't leave this room. Sorry, I put it in chat. Mouse was dying, plugged in. Boner! 2 subs and blurb. No. It's just what's donated through Tiltify. The donation link that I have, that's what goes through. Yep. So that way, whatever is donated through Tiltify goes directly and it doesn't get taxed. If I were to take donations through subs or blurps or whatever, that would get taxed, and that would no. If you want to donate directly through the donation link. What about lies? What? All right. We know where Ghosty is. Let's get a book. Let's get dots. Let's get video camera and ride. Yeah. We'll come back for a firelight. You were typing easy. Oh, wow. Friend put me onto the stream. Been loving the Phas vids. Thanks, dude. Relax yourself, Ghosty. I hear you. Ah, orbicals. Lovely. You want to be dots while you're at it? We wouldn't be upset about it. Kind of tired of the overcast and rain all the time. Here it hasn't been that bad. I say, you know, grain of salt. Not grain of salt, knock on wood. That's the wrong thing to say. It hasn't been that bad. Do I want to place you here or here? Maybe I try my luck that you're going to walk that way. Love overcast and rain? I don't. But I don't know. I'm partial to both. Yeah, we'll try that. I like that better. That's better. Where's my camera? Okay. Dots. Yeah, dots. Withering Witch, thank you for the $100 dono to St. Jude. Dots right off the bat. How nice. Yeah, that doesn't happen all the time. Are there jump scares in this game? Yeah, a few couple. Yeah, at least one. All right, Ghosty. Well, you're going to be one of these guys. So we have a Banshee, a Yurei, Yokai, Raiju, Thay. At this point, really the only one you can... I could test for a Banshee if it's stalking, but at this point, I almost want to just make it hunt. it's almost a waste of time, in my opinion, to sit there and hope that it's a banshee, because what are your odds? Right? I mean, hoping... Oh, did you shut the power off, you butthole? Hoping for a 20% chance of a ghosty? Nah, just go for it. Oh, it's this guy. I think I've seen your shorts on eBay. I mean, YouTube. No, I'm selling them as well. I don't... No, we're fine. Kill. That was from my private account. Why would you tell them about this? Strong side hustle. Hey, I gotta eat. You know what I mean? Your chicken coop landed in a tree. What the? eBay does shorts now? Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. Hate it here. Case, thank you for the follow. All right. So, gonna get a photo of all the salts. We're gonna make it hunt. We need to get a firelight. And I'm gonna do smudge just in case. There we go. Should be good to go. Harper, hello, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Wait a minute. Oh, I do have matches. Oh my gosh. I surprised myself. Thank you, Juju. I hate it here. Was that a cross? No, it's just a T. No, you're mistaken. Holy crap! Look at this creepy shit. Wait. What happened? Tinley, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Please don't hurt me. Wait, give me this much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Blow out the firelight, dude. Come on. Good gravy. April! Thank you for the dono to St. Jude, friend. Thank you. Well, I was going to get a photo of the ghost with the dots, but I see that that's not necessary anymore. Yeah, the camera's so slow. It is beyond slow. All right. How many more photos do I need? One more. Okay. This firelight would do just fine. Oh, wait. F that firelight. I'm going to go take a picture of the mirror. What do you have already? We have orbs. We have orbs and we have dots. So leaves us with a couple of ghosties. And we're playing on a nightmare, so I can't dwindle it down much more unless we feel like it's stalking us, which it doesn't feel like it. All right. Do that. Do that. Let's go get more smudges and then we're going to make it hunt. We're just going to force it. We're just going to force it. Come on, Raiju. I wouldn't be that upset. Cleanse the ghost with the incense? Roger that. Oh, nope, I still have that one. It's fine. Hold on. There it is. Can make some ramen. Ramen sounds good. Do the roar. Heading to bed. Got work in the morning. Have an amazing night. Thank you so much, Living Dead Girl. Appreciate you. All right. Let's go get the mirror, force a hunt, and listen. Depending how this goes, it's going to tell us a bit more about the ghosty. So, get ready to use your ear holes. It just wants a hug? Sure. Whatever you say. 'Tis a Raiju. Oh, you stopped hunting. What a nerd. I kind of want him to hunt again. Kind of want another hunt. This heartbeat. The heartbeat when it was right next to me was loud AF. It was bass boosting. Don't know why, but it was. All right. I'm going to smudge. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to smudge. And then I'm going to turn my flashlight on. That was the type of ghost. Wait, what was? See, pretty normal, yeah? We gave him wheels. We gave him wheels. Yeah, this ghost photo with it, without the flashing, without the big bright light, was actually better. Okay. We out. Perfect timing. We have ads coming soon. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Objectives done. Got the bone. Got the ghost. We out. 'Tis a perfect game. Perfect. Hello, what up? Remember to give your thing a good shake. Well, we can't shake it as aggressively as we can in that game. Kill.
Back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
They put a cooldown on it here. Raiju. See, now the perfect games matter because I need the money and I need the XP. So, 1,700. Not bad. All right, we have ads. I do 3 minutes of ads every hour's friends. So if you're not subbed, if you don't have turbo, don't worry about it. I'm going to wait in the lobby for you. You are not going to miss a dang thing. Woo, BRB. Go stretch. Go have a ranch soda or something. You'll be fine. All right. Here, I can do that. We can do this for our ad screen. Oh my word. Love the music box is funny. I don't think it's funny. I definitely like it though. Mav, thank you for the follow. Yeah, thank you. Welcome in. Did you finish the Easter challenges? I did not get a fully upgraded trophy. I upgraded the trophy once. I did not upgrade it again. I don't know if I'm going to be grinding that the rest of the, I don't care. I do, but I kind of don't. Like I was done with the event after like a day or two. So it's like, whatever, you know, it's the way I feel. There's not enough days left. No, I don't think so. Maze, thank you for the donation to St. Jude, friend. Was it even that loud? Honestly, oh, no, it looked normal. I think it's because the music's blasting right now. Percy, thank you for the subs. How do you donate? Exclamation point donate. Yeah. You have 7 ads, which probably equals up to roughly 3 minutes. I have a feeling that our friend was not listening. The event was a little boring. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it was. Keep up the excellent content. Family loves seeing your face. Oh, I appreciate you. We love seeing your face. Thank you. I probably, as I say, probably should go back and start trying to count Bean Boozleds. That might not be a bad idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay. Great. Awesome. Love it. It's your wife gonna pop soon? Next month. Next month. Only 9. Yeah. That's it. That's a lot of beans. Yes, it is. I would agree. Got halfway through stage 3 and then got bored. Fair. Very fair. We have 30 seconds left. Hold on. BRB. Ugh, okay. There's 0 point in spinning this thing. I'm just going to blindly grab 9 of them. My work does a generous matching donation in my new role. I'll look into it Monday. Oh, that is so awesome, PSU. Oh, that is so awesome. Definitely let me know. That's so cool. Yeah, what's funny, Tiltify does that too. So Tiltify actually does something called donation match. So it's the same exact concept where somebody, they could choose to match donations up to a certain amount. And then it will show up and it goes active, and then you don't have to do anything else except press a button. What if you take all the Bean Boozled and one of the tasty drinks? You can be quiet, Kill. Right now, you can hush your lips. Hush your damn lips. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Should be interesting. Should be a blast. Yeah, what up? Ranch soda. Yeah. All right. So we're just going to do it. I owe Bean Boozleds for the donations, so we're going to do it now. Oh, God dang it. Al Doxton? All right. All right. Well, might as well grab one more. There it is. Oh, cool. I think that's Puke or Barf. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate it. We're not that, by the way, Bean Boozled is probably not going to be on here every day. I'll probably have it where it's like some days I'll randomly put it back on. Nice even number. Yippee skippy. Great. Thanks. All right, where are we going next?
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it, but be careful. We don't know what it's capable of.
It's a lot at one time. I think I can taste pomegranate, booger, toothpaste, and blueberry. I'm really trying to get through it. It's tough. It's hard. Hold on. I have an idea. We're gonna get it. We're fine. I know the music's playing. You don't need sound right now. Okay, we're good. I need more. I need more. Oh, God damn it. I feel like it's stuck in my teeth. Okay, we're good. All right. I owe you 2 more. I'm not doing them right now. Not happening. Sunflower, thank you so much for the dono. Percy, thank you so freaking much. We're fine. Robin, Young. Escape, parabolic, and an EMF. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. So, something that was pointed out, by the way. If I had to guess why this is like this, I think that they screwed something up with the event. We do not need a bean counter. That is unnecessary. Soda kickback. We've always had the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life has been here for ages. But now there are more trees in the surrounding area that have light on them for no reason. Just another feature. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, we're less than 200 away from our next goal, which will guarantee a Dixper Doomsday. We'll do this and see what we... Oh, I don't know why that... I thought I turned that off. I'll turn it off later. There are also less trees. I don't know. It's hard to say. It might just look like there's less trees because of the extra light in the background of those trees. Oh, what'd you just throw? Frank? You didn't throw Frank. Ah, I see breath. I see London. I see breath. Hey, what up, Fifth? How are you? We're just lucky with all the features. I know. Oh, no. Sparkle, how are you, friend? Okay. I'm just getting adjusted. Oh, what the? Oh, hey, how are you? It is really weird. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's because of the event. Because this can be an event map. So if you think about, what's a good example? Tanglewood is a good example of this. When Tanglewood is not an event map, if you go to the kitchen and you look at the back window, like the back sliding glass door, the reflection is the event. Yeah, so weird. All right, thank you for the follow. One Man Crusade, welcome in. All right, Ghosty should be in the red tent, so we're going to try to quickly get stuff in the red tent. Working on a presentation. Good luck. Best of luck, friend. It wasn't like this before, though, even with the event. No, not at all. Why is the heartbeat so effing loud? Like, I haven't completely lost it, right? Is it because of the soda? Jesus. But why is the heartbeat so loud? Like, that's what's jump scaring me, the damn stupid heartbeat. I was gonna say, watch me get dots again, I swear to God. Probably die in IRL. There's definitely a good chance of it. Carrier, thank you for the $70 dono. Oh my goodness. Puts us at $1,900. Angry little ghost, I guess. You know what? Just for kicks. What's a rise you need? EMF 5. Okay. It would be EMF 5 if it's going to do it. We'll bring that, and this. Why is the heartbeat so loud? Those 4 giant cans of... No, listen. The amount of energy drinks that I drink has basically gone to none. I haven't had an energy drink in a while. Oh, I saw that. Oh, don't forget you can get handprints on these. Look here. Look here, look. Oh, I don't know how with the dots, I was like, I don't know how the hell I caught that. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Where are you? Are you near? Sparkle! Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? We have UV. We have orbs. And we have $2,000 raised for St. Jude. Oh my God. Sparkle, thank you so much. Colin, thank you for the 3 months. What's up, Young? All right. We need to make sure we don't have freezing temps. We need to bring that guy. And we're going to bring this guy. Sounds good. Hanabake, which changed. Oh, that's right. There was an update. I totally forgot. They finally updated the Obake for the event right before it ended, where the Obake can now shapeshift during the event. So if you have an Obake and you're on an event map, it'll actually change forms. All right. Doing this to see if we get some possible freezing. Yeah, it should have been done a while ago, but I'm glad it's at least going to happen. Finally, we just can't really take advantage of it for like 7 months. If you don't have the opportunity to play event maps right now, you're kind of screwed. Nothing you do. Sparkle, thank you again, friend. You love me. Anna, thank you for the $10 dono. Oh, Bean Boozled. That's why you say you love me. Thanks. Yeah, enjoy it today because it's not going to be on there every day. Zero, how are you, friend? We'll appreciate the update in like 6 months. Yeah, roughly. I don't think we have freezing. It sure don't look like it. Banshee Hantu Obake. So that'd be a Banshee or an Obake. Hey, do you want to do a Obake print? It just touched that freaking thing. Oh, it touched up there. Come on, do the thing. I guess I should leave this on. That would actually be smart. Hey, gamer, how are you? I'm just holding matches for no reason. It's 3:50 a.m. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. Scanning event maps, just finishing search feature. A search feature? Ooh. What's the search feature? Jesus. I'm getting a handprint every time. That's for sure. Not playing event maps. I'm not focusing on event maps. If I decide to play an event map, that's fine. But I'm not focusing on event points. I don't care. Not at this point. It doesn't matter at this point. All right. You have left a handprint every single time you've touched one of the flaps. Are you a Banshee? Hold on. What did I do? Ooh. With my parabolic. Did I drop it here? That's a shoe. Did I drop? Normal. How far did I end up getting? I got the first upgrade. By the way, you see how the hand is floating? This is the default bone spot for this map. If you ever get a floating bone, it's because it tried to spawn out of bounds, so it reset to the despawn, to the whatever point. Yeah. Hey, what up, JT? How's St. Jude going so far? It is going amazing, friend. A lot of amazing people are here to contribute, be cheerleaders of. It's amazing. Type in keywords. It brings up the ghost data guy. Oh, okay. Makes it easier. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. It just wants to hold my hand. I hate it here. Flying, thank you for the dono to St. Jude. Thank you. All right. I have a suspicion that this might be a Banshee. We're about to find out. Step. Okay. Scream incoming. Whisper incoming. Stop it. I hate you. I hate your face. Huh. Just put it right in my face. Off to bed. Good night, corpse. Watching your TV for bed. Hey, I've done that. I've done that. Ugh. Is it free? No freezing temps. Wait. Which one did you touch? Wait. Wait. Oh, it was that one. Wait a minute. Was there no handprint on that the first time? Wait. Are you a freaking Obake? No shot. Mezzo! What up, friend? No way. It took you this long to do something about it? Good grief. All right. We've got a smudge on hand. I think it's an Obake, dude. How's everyone doing? Well, how are you? Colin, thank you for the 3-month prime. All right. We have Frank. We have the voodoo doll. That's right. We got Frank. What I could do is I could make her hunt and just watch. Getting over jet lag. Why do I have my breath here? Come on, just do the 6 fingers, please. Can it be a mimic? Technically, yes. It just hasn't. Okay, butthole. It just hasn't given us the other evidence if it is. Yeah. Irony, thank you for the $10 dono. Like, oh, I've never seen it on the lamp before. Well, that's badass. Well, that's not. Never seen that before. No. Not on there. Would you shut up? No one's answering your phone. You use that comment. 6 fingers? 6 fingers, dude. All 6 of them. All right. You called it a butthole, it got mad. Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. Escape. Okay. Time to run. I'm gonna put this smudge also here. And you know what? I'm just gonna pick it up. Wait for it. Oh, she fell down. Are you okay? Oh, she's grandma. Oh, she stopped. Okay. Please chill, girl. A little slippery out there. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, you know what? Maybe I just pick up the hand. I don't know if I care about a perfect game on this one. I could just go get the photos and all that jazz, but that camera's so effing slow. So glad you can see Obake in the event maps. Yes, we were just talking about that. Finally. Frickin' finally. Oh, bakey cakey. Is it Obake cake? I sure hope so. If not, man, we just got played real hard.
Welcome back. There's some
Hey,
jobs
Kay,
waiting for
welcome
you.
in. The old bacon snaker. That's right. Sometimes you just have to suck it up. Like wasting time going in there to get all those photos when we had everything else. Nah, F it. Move on. I'm fine. Can a mimic do the 6 fingers too? Yes, it can. Yeah, ghosts can... The mimic can mimic other ghost abilities. The only thing the mimic can't do is mimic evidence. So you're not going to get a mimic that's going to give you dots or that gives you EMF 5. That kind of stuff. Little ranch. There's a lot of stuff happening in there right now. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff happening. Many tastes. And I can taste every one of them. It's like my wife's like super sense of smell right now. I have that with taste and I don't know why. Meantime, get out of here. You get out of here right now. Okay. What's next? You guys want to vote? We haven't done a vote in a little bit. Oh, we have a community day this month as well. I just have to figure out what day that's going to be on. Copper! Oh my god. Thank you for the $100 dono and Winds of Gale. $100 dono. My god. Hi, friends. Sheesh. Sheesh. Appreciate you guys. Good. God. All right. 1 through 14 in chat. Where do you want to go? This is on the purple side. This is over on Twitch. Unfortunately, we don't have a vote that can go cross-platform. Not yet. One of these days, Alice. Yeah. Love the St. Jude stream every year. Thank you so much. Winds of Gale. Thank you again. Copper. Thank you, guys. Yep. We are well on our way. Well on our way. Let me see here. I need to look up something real fast. All right, there we go. All right. So the last thing that we've unlocked, we have unlocked a Dixper Chaos stream, which if you don't know what Dixper is, easiest way to explain it is a platform, a interactive platform for you guys to screw with me while we play Phas. So you guys are going to have the chance to use these crates where you open up the crates to get cards, and the cards allow you to mess with me the entire time. So we're going to do that. Yeah. Case, the reason for a vote is because I'm not going to like pick from chat and like someone says, you should do this one. Well, that's what the voting is for. Yeah. I missed Yoshi and Cat Dog. They are going to make a valiant return. Maybe. If it all works out. Haley B, thank you for the follow. Bluntmaster, welcome in. Hello. Saw the vids from last year using that. Yep. Those are still there. They still exist for sure. Never played Dixie. Oh, you will. Yep. And then the next one we have lined up, our next milestone is for 3K, and that is for a repo crowd control stream. I have never done repo crowd control. This would be the first time we ever do it. So, yep. And then the next goal after that is another gross soda. Yippee. Yippee. All right. I think that's enough time. Brownstone High School. Who hurt you guys? Do tell. Who hurt you? Oh, Copper, always you first, friend. Always you first. Excited to play some repo beta. Oh, you have to let me know how that goes. If anybody does the repo beta, let me know how it goes. Welp. Did I unlock anything? Oh, I did. That's fine. That's fine. Reese, welcome in. All right. Well, chat wanted us to go to high school. So, yeah. Haven't even played the event maps. Fair enough. It's just the event is, it is what it is, man. It's lackluster at best right now. Curse possession ghost hug. You know, that's something else that we used to have that as actual rewards for St. Jude. I was thinking about having particular days where I had that kind of stuff. So like right now you have the ability to do Being Boozled. I was thinking about other days you have the ability to force me to use the cursed possession or to get hugged by the ghost. Things like that. So I'm not going to do it every single day because I don't want it to get boring. I'm going to pick days and change what they are. Yeah. Never played Brownstone? Well, it's a lot of walking around. A lot of walking around. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Ella Sweeney, we need to repel, motion sensor, and 25%. Do you want to be the most kindest of ghosty ghosts and give me orbs, please? Please. You're not going to, but I can still say please. Nope. It's probably not going to do it now. Awesome. Good times. Well, here we go. And I'm going to bring you. Yeah, we'll bring our Thermometer. The weapon? Wait, what weapon? Which one? Tier 1 parabolic makes you cry. Yeah, it's not great. Although the last time we came in here, if I remember correctly, I had parabolic and I got a Banshee screen. Almost like, not immediately, but it wasn't too long. Yeah. Abby! So glad you played the other side, a great paranormal investigation game. Will you play it again? I plan on it. Yeah, I feel like I have only really got into that game so much, or was able to play just like this much of it. Yeah, I'm 100% going to play more. Dang it. I'll try upstairs. F it. We'll just go up there. We'll see how it goes. I'm scared. Want to play Repo? Heard there was an update. Yeah, there's a beta. I didn't read what was in the beta. I just know there is one. Son of a biscuit. It's downstairs. Of course. That's all right. If anything, it gives us an opportunity to look for the ghost. Seems like the enemies have gotten ready. Oh. Wait a minute. Is that considered down or up? Is that considered down or up? It's warm in here. Show me my breath. Just do it. What? What? It's got to be here, right? It's just trucking. Yeah, I think it's here. Yep. All right, so second door from the left on the left. No one's home. Thank you. Cosmic, thank you for the biddies. Hoodie, welcome in. Ghost hug? No, thank you. I'm fine. I appreciate the offer, though. Caution. Avon calling. I always think of Edward Scissorhands when I think of that. Oh, boy. My stomach feels great. Feels so good. Oh, that's right, the power. That was the whole reason I came over here. Gosh, impossible hunting. Well, lucky for us, I was able to turn a light switch on. So I don't think so. I don't think so. Now right there. Do that. Go over here. Do that. All right, we're rocking. Oh, did I turn? I didn't flip the switch in that room, did I? Flash make it through the street without barfing? I don't know. Maybe. I didn't do that. All right. Turn that off. Give us some line of sight, more light, and we go. Love it. Not a mayor, not a mayor. As long as I wasn't a goofball and I didn't turn that light on, which I don't think I did. So we should be good. Have a good stream. See y'all. Oh, Murphy, thank you so much again. Blue Rose Dancer, welcome in. How are you? Oh, stuck on a rock. Yeah, we're gonna start. Definitely camera. Check for orbs, but no. You know what? We're gonna do this, this, and this. We're gonna do UV this time. There we go. Let's ride. Great. How are you doing? I'm good. This Phas only. Nope. It's on Xbox. It's on PS. It's on Steam. All the stuff. All of it. All of it. Pixel Pixie. Hello. Yep. Every one of them. All right. Second door on the left. Orbicals? No orbicals. Definitely have breath though. We'll go there. Hey, touch the door so I can cross it off the list. I'll put this guy like, nope, like there. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll do. Would love a door touch. You play on Xbox, nice. Am I doing a charity event? I'm doing a charity month. Every May, I raise money for St. Jude, and I do it for the entire month. I want to sit here like this, retain my sanity. I mean, I guess I could just turn the light on in the room, but I wanted to mess with stuff. You prestige? Yes. Yes. I did. Ghosty. Hello. Mystic. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? How was Hunt Showdown? I've never actually played that game. I need to at some point. But welcome in. How are you? Ooh, no thanks. I'm fine. Appreciate it. Cold. Freezing temps. Love it. Love it. Stream was good. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Welcome in. We are doing high school because chat is mean. They voted and they said, we don't care about you, so go to high school. It's pretty dang fun. I should try it. I have friends that play it too. You voted restricted? Well, just know that I appreciate you. Just know that I appreciate you. Some of chat. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. It's the ranch soda vendor. I hate your face. Yeah, so you're just coming in. I'm doing a St. Jude month. We are raising money for St. Jude for the entirety of May. And we've met a couple of goals. So we've had to do a couple of giveaways. I had to drink a amazing ranch soda. Literally a wheel spin full of them. Full of different ones. And I got that. You know, depending where the ghost spawns, I could always tuck here if I need to. You voted Point Hope. I don't know if that's any better. Worth it, they say. You'll be fine, they say. Okay, this ghost is not touching squat. Tell your mimic to burn the crucifix. I don't want to be a bully. Is it a shade? EMF writing freezing. Let's go find out. Let us see. Kay, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back. UKSA, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the follow. Is there a challenge you're actually kind of looking forward to? What do you mean? Watch it be a shade. I feel like it is. I've never heard the word amazing said with that much disdain before. Well, guess what? There's a first time for everything. What's the one that doesn't give evidence if anyone's around? The shade will not hunt if anyone's in the room. Yeah. So if we're a little suspicious of a shade, I can't even take any of that. I could get a writing book, EMF, and a firelight. Go to that room and see. Flash gets plenty salty with Phaz. Wow, dude. I'm a nightmare. Yep. Good old classic. Good old fashioned nightmare. It's my favorite. I love it. Sleep, thank you for the follow. Mystic, thank you again. Thank you for the follow too. But if the cruci goes off in the room with you and it's a shade. Oh, yeah. Then it's not in the same room. Correct. That's where motion sensors are extremely helpful. You play custom. Nice. All right, you dingus. Let's see. We're going to put this all the way over here. If it blows that out, chances are it's not a shade. Because to reach all the way back like that. Yeah. Hunt was fun. Always running after zombies and running from real players. Always get jump scared in that game because it's very stealth. Oh my gosh. I don't think this is a shade there, ladies and germs. Phone ringing. It blew out the firelight with us in the room. And the odds of it going to another room and blowing that out. Where's Chinggis been? Oh, to answer the phone. I'm not feeling particularly strong about that. Let's put this down here. Also, I have not been able to check for this. It hasn't messed with doors. It hasn't messed with windows. Pogo, I'm good. How are you? There's only so many glass panes there I can check. Gotta go make dinner for the fam. Make it back in a bit. Mezzo, appreciate you. Dude, like, please. I just don't want to go back. I couldn't see. Damn it. I was trying to see what kind of ghost model it was without it taking our sanity. Vanna, I can only guess how long my streams are going to be, like roughly how long. I don't set like at this minute, stream is now done. I usually go to about, I usually go close to midnight Eastern time. Are you doing a fancy dress stream during this month? I don't know. I guess it depends. Great question. Maybe we'll have to set a bonus goal. Hey, Heaven, how are you? I'll need to do a real life paranormal. Oh my god. Abby, that'd be crazy. That would be nuts. All of us? I know Chinggis has done a few. Oh my god. I can't check for UV. It's not doing things. All right. It's fine. Everything will be fine. I feel like if this is UV, salt is going to be... I'm going to have to. It's not touching any doors. It's not doing anything. But it blew out a firelight with me in the room, and the firelight was all the way in the back of the room. That's why I'm not thinking this is a shade. It also tried to event, although I wasn't in the room when it tried to event, to be fair. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Yeah, it's going to be required now at this point. I haven't lost much sanity at all. Well, we need motion sensor. We might as well do some salt. Yeah. I think that'll fly. Gin is the one where it's more active with the lights, right? No. No, the gin just can't turn off the power. Who said your name? No, no, no. I was talking to Ryan Weaver. Ryan Weaver. Mr. Slow. Listen. You know that's one of the milestones for St. Jude, correct? I'm not kidding. Ooh, you just walked there. So you're walking in and out of the thing, yeah? Now's our time. Mr. Slow. How goes it, friend? Can't be a wraith, which is awesome. Too many duplicate names. It's a ploy. Oh, it is footsies. Oh, you suck. Why weren't you just doing it? Jinn, Hantu, Demon, Mimic. Well, we don't have orbs that I can tell. Unless they're Lorbs. Give. No orbs. No. Oh, no, now you touch the door, you piece of trash. Look at this a-hole. All right. Well, definitely doesn't feel like a demon. That's for damn sure. I have a music box. We could make it hunt. Wait, where's my flashlight? There was a speed change earlier? What? It hasn't hunted. What do you mean there was a speed change? It hasn't kicked the power yet. Four hours, you never got the ghost wrong. Nice. Thinking Jinn. I'm kind of thinking Jinn too. What I might do is... That's still on, right? I think I'm going to break the music box and then get line of sight so it comes this way and then we listen. I think that's the way. Drain our sanity real quick. Hasn't touched the power? No, it has not. You're correct. Want to make sure to pop. Try to turn off the breaker. Oh, for the Hantu? It's not necessary. The Hantu, you'll hear the speeds. It's not needed. It saw me, right? Yeah. Hantu. So you notice that she's not gaining any speed with line of sight. Notice that? Hantus can't gain speed with line of sight. Good old slowpoke Rhonda. Makes perfect sense. She be slow. And demons can hunt. This is facts. See, turning off the breaker. If you're turning off the breaker to test for a Jinn, that's, to me, that seems like a waste of time. Because if you turn off the breaker, that just means it's going to act like a normal ghost. And then you potentially have a demon as well. So if I'm ever testing for a Jinn, I never turn the breaker off. No, I leave it on. You can hear the Jinn sprint. You'll hear normal footies, and then as soon as it sees you, it'll start to speed up. It'll actually start to sprint. She's the people in the hall that are... No, she's the one that's like, can I go to the bathroom? And then stays in the hall for 40 minutes. Yeah, that's her. All right, got those, got those. Do I care about looking for the bone in a perfect game? Absolutely not. Go by. Take your wins and move on. There's no point wasting your time. If you could suggest to the creators one new map, what would it be? I would still say the broken down carnival, but they're not going to do it. If they do it, it won't be for a very long time. Nope. They're very focused on small maps right now. No bones about it. Well, let's see at least where it was. Oh wait, details. Classroom 19. No idea where that is. I don't know high school enough to know where that is. A broken down carnival would be so fun. You'd rather see 8 players. You want 8 players to have the ability to go to Tanglewood. That sounds awful. It's between 18 and 19. Or 18 and 20, thanks. Gosh dang it. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. I also have a full trash bag. Hold on. I gotta take this. I'm going to take this upstairs real quick, and then I'll be right back down. Because I don't want to leave it down here. If I leave it down here, that's bad news. That's bad news. So, let's go to there. All right. I will be right back. BRB. Oh, sorry for the delay. Hadn't had the opportunity to see my wife like all day or the rest of the evening, so I went upstairs to say hi and talk and jibber jabber for a minute. Well, shit, I might as well run ads now. Good golly. Mr. Devil raided while I was away. Oh, Mr. Devil. Thank you, dude. Oh, my word. Getting Final Destination ads while playing Phasmo. Getting ads. I haven't run the ads yet. What do you mean? You're asking if I whispered sweet nothings to my wife as she's about to go to bed? Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Oh, it was a banner ad? I gotcha. I gotcha. All right. Well, we might as well run them now. I mean, hell, dude. There's no point in starting and then running them. So I'm going to go ahead and run them while we're sitting here getting adjusted. And then we're good. Can't believe Flash wasn't there. I know. I'll tell my wife it's a her problem. Oh, boy. High school. Thanks. Good, great, grand. You know what? Let's do Bleezy next. I like that. Once everyone's back from the ads, we'll do Bleezy. Yeah. What up, Justin? How are you? Didn't they just add a new map to the game? They added the new revamped Bleasdale. It was like a month and a half ago ish. Imagine wanting to say hi or take care of your pregnant wife. I know. What a jerk I am. I'm doing good. Yeah, jerk. I think Bleasdale was like, I think it was like a month and a half ago. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I need to go to the main screen. I don't have the donations on this screen. Crap. Starfire, thank you for the dono. Diesel, thank you for the 4 months. Look what you did, you little jerk. I know, Kill, seriously. It's tricky with the kiddos. But do you do extended streams? Yeah. I certainly do. I've done 12-hour streams. I've done 24-hour streams. We've done all the things. Yeah. We certainly have. Crown Empire, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, it just I just work it out. I talk to her about schedules, like with the missus, and what days are best when I know that the kids are occupied or whatever it may be. Would you ever do a subathon? I usually do one a year. Typically, I usually do one during my my partnerversary. I've done one where it was a little bit longer. I would like to do one that's like a longer subathon, but I guess it just depends. Flash's next goal was an 8 hour. No, it's not. That's not what he said. Shattered. Thank you for the $10 dono to St. Jude. You're one Classroom 19's bottom left side, right next to the bathroom and the locker room. Well, right next to the bathroom and the locker room, but the locker room is here. The bathroom's all the way over here. What? Bathroom's down the hall. Locker room is here. Wait, is it the one right after? Is it down the hallway, bathroom, that room, and then around the corner is the locker room? Oh my God, Copper. Yes, okay. I know which room you're talking about. I know what you mean. Yeah, I wasn't about to go on hopes and dreams going to look for the bone. It's not worth it. No way. If I run into it in like these types of runs, cool. Am I going to go out of the way to find it? No. No. Shattered, hello. Thank you so much for the dono. How's it going? How are you? What up, Railroad? Got to be at the airport tomorrow, so I'm off to get some sleep since it's already midnight. Have a lovely evening. Nocturnal, have a good one. Oh, we're back. Okay, we're good. All right, ads are done. We can now go. We're going to do Bleezy and hope that we get a new favorite room. There's a bunch of rooms actually in this map that I still have yet to get as a favorite room? I always get attic, outside, almost attic, outside, almost all the time. Possibly the utility. Yeah. I never go looking, but I'm always curious. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Let's go to the new Bleezy. What event maps are up? I went too fast. Slow. Was it Tangle, Edgefield, Grafton, and something else? I think. Oh, I see my breath. I see my breath. Oh boy. That means it's snowing. Do we have any up snow? Ridge. That's what it was. That's what it was. Tangle, Edge, Grafton, Ridge. Thank you. There you go. All great maps. Ghost in the truck. All right, I'll watch out. Not seeing any orbicals. No up snow. Negative. That's okay. Jack Thompson. Repel event in 25. Let's go. All right. First things first is breaker. So let's go find our breaker and move from there. Boys, and have a good one. Appreciate you. We're fine. When you break at work, pay attention for 30 minutes. All right. I don't know what to do now. No board, no breaker. Attic breaker, somebody in circle. Don't you wish that. No. Hi, Josie. We'll be back for you. All right, you're 1 for 1. Oh, F you, dude. 2 for 2. I hate you. Is it the ghost? God dang it. They were exactly right. I hate it so much. All right, then where's the ghost room? Tell me that, huh? Can you be 3 for 3? Where's the ghost? Before it shows me where it is, you tell me where it is. It's in the attic. Going straight up here. If I see something disheveled. Oh, I missed it. It was Lilith. I heard her. I don't know. Seems like it's getting warmer up here. Where's Lilith? She was above her terrarium. Back down we go. I do not think so. Pretty. 2 for 3. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. We haven't heard anything from Ghosty though. Love to switch that. Oh yeah, the 3-way switch is a beautiful thing. And to be honest with you, oh, you're in here and you're not a mayor. Good to know. And I don't know if I've had this out. Oh, Jesus. No, no, leave my sanity alone. F off. No. Go back to your room. No, turn it back on. The 3-way switches are wonderful, and Sunny Meadows has a couple of spots that are, I think, supposed to be 3-way switches, and they just never did. Like, they never finished the lights. There's a couple of switches that you hit, and they just don't do a damn thing, you know? At all. Mr. Pavlov? Sir, excuse the absolute shit out of you. Have you even said anything in chat today? First. Pav wins. Pav! Oh my God. Mr. Pav! Holy shit, dude. Can I get some GGs in chat for Mr. Pavlov, please? The best mod that I've ever had. Pav! You psycho. Howdy. Mr. Pavlov. God, you amazing, amazing man. Pav is MVP? No, he's a mod. Just seeing if you're paying attention. What does that mean? Oh my God. Welp. That did some stuff. Pav the mod god. I know. That's what my wife thinks. We might have hit a few goals. Oh fudge. Yep, we might have. It's definitely possible. We okay. We now repo crowd control. Another gross soda. Another merch. Oh, there's another gross soda. Oh no. And then the St. Jude onesie stream is next. BRB. Okay. just God damn, dude. Enjoy the sodas. Thanks. We might need to spread those out. I might just have to spread those out on other days because I like my stomach. Yeah, we should do that. I'm just going to owe you guys for the next couple streams. Yeah. Would you literally die? I don't either. No, we know what our limits are. So I'll save the merch one for next stream as well to spread the love too. Copper. Rye Tavern, thank you for the subs. My God. There in Germany, you don't get gross sodas? Oh no, just go to Amazon. I'm sure Lester Fixins will send you some. Think of it like a cleanse. I don't know if I think of it like a cleanse. I don't think that's how that works. Ranch soda for a cleanse? I think I'll pass. Yeah. It's probably a smart decision. What is the silver lining? Well, we did the ranch already. We know that that's not coming back. Woof. Woof. Perhaps you get to pick one of the sodas. No, he should not. Listen, I love that man. I love everything he does. I love everything he stands for. But I have a little bit of dignity. And repo crowd control. Yep. Did I just hear a beep? Since when? At least last Tuesday. Do you buy those specifically for this event? That is correct. Yep. I got them just for this. Oh, you're an active little booger. Can't raise money for charity if you're dead. Thank you. See? Can you like start touching stuff? This would have been a really great opportunity to check for UV. All right, I know. I need you to touch something that can leave fingerprints or handprints. What did you... Why is nothing going off? Hello? Do I hear my dog whimpering? I'm gonna have to like half ear. It sounds like she's whimpering. I can't tell if that's Josie or not. Nothing out here looks moved. Oh, I do hear her whimpering. She probably got to go to the bathroom. I might need to BRB again. I can hear Miss Josie. Yeah. Temps are staying cold in there. Good. Go save Joe. I'm gonna go save Joe. How about this? I'll turn those off. Pupper needs us. Yeah, I hear her. It's she either A, needs to go to the bathroom, or B, just wants my attention because she wants someone to come hang out with her. Yeah. Jenna, thank you for the $25 dono and another Bean Boozled thing. Hey, Faded, how are you? Little Miss Joe's. Yeah, Apocalypse, that's exactly what I was thinking. Samesies. All right, I'm going to put music back on. I'm sorry to BRB you again, but listen. The doggo's in need. She's in need. So if she needs to go to the bathroom, it'll probably be really fast. She's usually pretty quick. So I'll do that real fast and I'll be right back. You guys watch. Let me know what you find. All right? Let me know what you find. Zan, thank you for the follow. Don, welcome in. All right. Okay. I think it was a little bit of both. I think she had to go to the bathroom, but at the same time, I think that yeah, stuff and things. Mr. Pav, no the fuck you did not. I think it's because he wanted the St. Jude onesie. Mr. Pav, dude, jeez. Holy shit. Good God, dude. Pav. Absolute insanity, man. Damn. You did I don't know what I said. It's hard enough for me to think of milestones as it is. You think that I just have some readily available? Oh, man. Holy shit. Wager, thank you so much for the dono. And Tub, thank you for the donos. Thank you guys. Holy shit. Listen, man, like, actually, wait, hold on. Pause, please. Pause clause. I need to sign in to see something real fast. Oh, of course I am signed in. Good. Okay, good. Pausing. No dots or orbs. Okay. What a turd. I even had the UV by the door hoping that would be strong enough to make it do the thing, but apparently not. So I think I understand now. Not even a pillow fight. Parade, thank you for the 4 months. When we reached $12,128 for this campaign, which I was not expecting and hoping to hit by the end of the month. By hitting that, we've officially raised over $100,000 for St. Jude in total. So we are now past that point. Yeah. Over $100,000 you guys have helped raise for St. Jude. That is bananas. That is batshit crazy. Railroad, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. Insanity. You guys are nuts. Psycho Cosmic, thank you for the biddies. God damn. Oh. I think we just spend the rest of the stream here. You guys cool with that? You guys cool with that? You guys good? St. Jude onesie, community Phaz. Oh, our next, we're getting pretty damn close. So the next one, when we hit 12,500, you guys get to choose what I cosplay as for a stream. This is better than the gameplay. Wow. I don't know if I should be offended or not. How dare. I think he just threw a pillow. Is that exciting enough? I think that's good enough. I think it's going to be these things. Still some good people left in this world. There certainly are. More than you think. Ghost maid. That's very specific. I've been a maid before. I've cosplayed as a maid. I swear. Kaya, thank you for the dono. Rhonda. Pam. Bruce the shark. Oh my god. I've done a shark before. I've done the shark one before. I don't think we can beat Beetlejuice. I mean, that was kind of a bonus. Hello Kitty has my vote. Listen, hello. Actually, wait. Hold on. Hey, don't do. Wow. Oh, look at the thermal. The thermal looks like black. Looks kind of cool. Hold on. I might have missed something here. I swore I thought I had something that I don't think I did. Cosplay as my dog? As Josie? Let me see. Hold on. No, I must not have added it. I don't know why I didn't. I thought I did. I was going to put the Hello Kitty Island Adventure on here as a milestone. Maybe if we reach our end goal, I'll add that as an extended goal. I think that could be good. You robbed? No, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean it, I swears. Dolphin for echolocation? God damn it. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why I didn't do it. Spin the wheel? What do you mean spin the wheel? Spin the wheel for cosplay? You mean like add names, like add cosplay ideas to a wheel and then spin it? That's actually possible. Totally holy shit, Thunderbolt! I like that. I kind of like that idea too. So we could like open up a channel for ideas and I could put them all on the wheel or something like that. Maybe, and then we could just discard ones we don't like. Thunderbolt, thank you for the $300 dono. Does Chad even know what we made you get the dog? We made you get the dog and at least 2 of your kids from straight. Hey, 2 of my kids. Wait a minute. 2 truths and a lie. Wait, no, what? 2 lies. Hey, wait a minute. No, I did not get 2 kids because of stream. All right, if we reach our sub goal this month. Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? It has to be this, right? Where are you? Are you near? 6. We're getting nothing else. It has to be. It has to be. How come you chose St. Jude as the donation? The reason I chose St. Jude, and I've done it time and time again, is because it, in a manner of speaking, hits home with me. I know people that have gone through St. Jude and the amazing things that they do. So that, having kids of my own, like just everything that they represent, it's right down my alley. Hey, Mrs. Flash, once you have that kid, see, okay, listen. My wife being a surrogate was not a sub goal. God damn. All right. Well, we're not getting freezing temps. We have Spirit Box. It's not doing writing. We do not have orbs. She's doing well. She's just tired. She's just lit tired. Sinister, thank you for the dono. But yeah, she's doing really well. What are we missing, dude? I could go get more stuff. Writing book and all that jazz. But the things aren't happening. They're just not happening. Oh, and that did get us to the chat chooses cosplay. Oh, okay. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. There it is. Thank you so freaking much. Oh my god. Well, I don't know. We'll figure out the best way to do the chat chooses cosplay. I'm not sure yet. Make it haunted at this point? Yeah, it feels like it, right? Hit through chip. Have I actually had the ability to check for UV yet? Is this another one where it's just not touching doors and windows? I bet it's UV. The wheel could be fun. Yeah. Like approved ideas and put them on a wheel and then let the fates decide. Salt. Yeah. Yep. We don't have a choice. This is the second ghost though where it's not really acting the way it should be, or it doesn't feel like it's not touching anything. Camp Woodwind, it was going ham sandwich. It was going nuts. Don't forget the lighter. I don't have a lighter, I have matches. But thank you for the reminder because I would have forgotten. All right. Do that. Do that. Well, wait, I'm probably, if I'm going to do the cosplay this month, I'm probably not going to play Schedule 1. I mean, it wouldn't be that, you son of a bitch. It probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I feel like doing something like that in the middle of a St. Jude charity month, probably not the best idea. Okay, the ghost stepped and it never stepped again. Goes hand in hand. Ghost, please. Oh, ghost fart, run! My eternal lurker. Wait, hold on. But when you go E, is that supposed to be mini-me? That is kind of what it's supposed to be. Yeah. We do the E. E. Yeah. Oh, now you walk. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I told you. Look, footsies. I frickin' knew it. Oh, wait, but I was like, you kept. Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a tick. Hey, wait. You can't be an Obake. Why did it look like you skipped steps? Did it look like it skipped a step? Are there orbs in here? No way. You guys were sitting there staring at him for ages. Like, there's no way there's orbs, right? Why did it look... Holy shit, that scared me. Oh, what was that? That was thrown. Excuse you. What the hell was that? I can't see what it is. I don't have like a notey thing up for that. There are no orbs here. I'm confused. Oh, now you touch the window. Look, the same it did the same effing thing. God damn it. I'm a potato. Thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Probably distracted by the... God dang it. Look at this butthole. Oh, hey, I made one of those like infinity things you'd make back in like high school or school. Do you remember that? Maybe not high school. But the thing with the thing. Parents just don't understand. Polty Phantom Mimic. You're not throwing squat. You're definitely acting like a phantom. That's for sure. The S thing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, F's. Well, we could watch it from here right after we save Josie. It's not a phase. Have you guys heard that TikTok band that's going absolutely batshit on TikTok right now? Hey Penguin, how are you? What's their name? Paradox? Got a blood moon? GG's. There's a band on TikTok that's been going crazy. Like everyone's been posting about them. They're this like they sound like their sound is what you would expect of the like pop punk. Like people are calling them Black 182, if that's helpful at all. But it's really good. I want to play it, but I can't play it because if I play it, I'm sure it'll be copyright. But it's really, really good. Wow. Did it just kick the power? Wait, what the hell? Okay. It's so good. Check them out. Yes. I'm pretty sure that their name is, I think it's Paradox. I feel like we've broken Flash so many times. He doesn't break. I'm just permanently broken. It's just the state of being at this point, I think. Yeah. What mode is this? It's Nightmare. I don't know why my camera did that. Oh, I never sat the camera back down. Yikes. Yikes. You threw away the cam. I did throw away the cam. I did, but wait, it's fine. It doesn't matter. They sound like Panic at the Disco. You think? I don't know. They don't sound like Panic at the Disco to me. I don't think so. But they're very, very good. It's a super good song. Gonna go check them out. Do it, dude. Do it. I think you're a phantom. I think you're a phantom. I'm gonna take that sanity. I'm gonna grab this smudge, make sure I've got the matches, bring another one of these guys, and we're gonna take a photo of you and you're gonna disappear. They have that pop punk sound. Yeah. Very, very good though. We'll leave that for now. Let's go get the juice. You have a lighter? Yes, I do. I made sure to check. Gosh darn it. Hazel, thank you for the follow. Oh. Do one of those. One of these. Draco! Draco, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How are you? Hey, I'm here to check if you're a phantom. Can you show up for a photo, please? Well, Dots is Phantom, but I'm playing on Nightmare, so I'm only going to get 2 pieces of evidence, and I have Ultraviolet and Spirit Box. So, ain't gonna happen. What's my favorite ghost? A Mimic. Love a Mimic. Is the song named Do Me Like That? Yes, that is the one. Correct. Hey, you should spawn next to the mannequin. That'd be cute. It's the circle. I really don't want to use the circle. I'd rather not. Hello, I heard that you are a fan of Tom. I also like Tom. Hello? Hello? We know you're there, asshole. You did hear that song? It's so good. It is so good. Ground control to Major Tom. Stepping through the door. Some of these paintings are actually pretty rad. Hey, Minnie, how are you? Ghosty's not ghostying. Yep. Maybe the ghosty would like some tomfoolery. Maybe it would. Maybe it'll event on me if I'm over here. I'm ready. So I've gotten a flicker. What's my sanity? Pretty high, but I want the ghost to event and not murder me. So trying to keep it up there a little bit. You know what I mean? Aqua, hello, how are you? What ghost is it? We're trying to figure that out. It's between a phantom, a polty, and a mimic, and we don't have orbs, and it's not throwing like anything. So thinking phantom, I would love for it to event in front of me with the, you know, the meh, 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 and then we take a photo. And then it disappears, and then we go home. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Didn't work. Didn't work. Hell, Susan. Can you do that one more time? No. No. She has a clip finger right now like this. Just shaking. Your sanity can't be too high for the ghost to event. It's less likely for the ghost to be active when your sanity's high, correct? Wait. No, no, no. Do I hear a radio? Or am I losing my mind? In my right ear, what do I hear? I heard something and it wasn't the right behind you thing. Why not both? Maybe. God, ghost, please. Jack Thompson, please. Here. Is that what you want? Thank you, Blondie. With the lights on, the ghost can't throw items. Unless it's a poltergeist using its ability. Because the polter using its ability doesn't do a check to see if the lights are on. So that's why we finally are hearing it tossing stuff in there. Good from it's still in there. I hear it. Yep. It's just chilling. It's chilling. Yeah. Firefly! Thank you for the raid. Hello. Wait a minute. Can't ghosts not event in rooms without a door on medium maps? Wait a minute. Usually at this point, I just ask what kind of ghost it is. Yeah. Yeah. Firefly! How was stream? Hate to raid dash. No worries. I appreciate you. Max. Thank you. Xfinity, hello. Best advice for the No Evidence Weekly. Here, it's over there throwing stuff, not here. But we're within distance that it could event on us now. So I could sit like this and just wait. It did not disappear. That's not a phantom. This is a Polty? Oh, now we're just gonna go all willy-nilly, huh? Old Stingy Shorts has decided to say hello. Two Polty things, you jerk. Good God. Motion sensor? For what? Is it mimic possible without orbs? No. A mimic... You suck us so much butt. I don't know why I said suck us so much butt. It just kicked the power again. Oh yeah, now we want to toss stuff. Oh no, please. No. It's fine. Whatever, we don't even care. I checked that entire area for orbs and there were none. There were none. Resolute, thank you for the follow. What a Baz. There were none. So, I don't think we're being fooled that much. Through one little cup. Come on, just do it with these. Can I pick these up? No. Candlestick? Nope. Tray? Nope. I swear to God I hear something. In my right ear. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Here. F these shoes. No, it's something very light. Like a very light static. Alright. Let's make... We need more than one pile. We need more than one. Mixed in with the crickets? Well, the crickets are kind of like everywhere. What the hell is this? What is this? Is that a pen? I think it's a pen. Is it your conscience? Well, it's being really, really weird. Can't pick up the cane. Let me pick up the pillow, thank you. That was a makeup brush? No, it was, there was nothing on the end of it. Was it really? It looked like a brush. Oh, I'm blind. I'm blind. I don't know what I was looking at. All right, Ghost. We're giving you all sorts of You're just pissing us off. Katie, thank you for the prime welcome in. This ghost is believed to be a Polty. And it is one of, like, Polties lately have been so lame. So lame. Archmage, hello. Like, we have stuff randomly throughout, but nothing is, like, majorly, like these, I guess. This might have been one of the piles, like, one of the piles hit. Like, over here, maybe it did the Polty pile here. Stop, roll. Nope, stop it. Come back. Nope. God dang it. Ready? Sandwich. Fuck. Sandwich. Go. Okay, we're fine. Look at it rolling. I hate you. There we go. Did the ghost ever event? It did finally. Yeah. It's not the way to treat Grandpa. That's too damn bad. All right. Pile. 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 Like, I don't know what else to do. You want another one? I'll make a pile of candles. There we go. Just having a hard day. Yeah. Check for orbs again to be sure. Might not be the worst idea ever. I'm telling you, there is something in my right ear. And I don't know what it is. Negative. Negative. Maybe we could try to be nice to the ghost. Do you think that'll do it? Orbs in the bathroom? Not that I could tell. We checked earlier, but I mean, it's worth a check now. The room is not the bathroom. The room is the main room. Holy crapola, my goodness. You know what? We'll leave him alone. That was my bad. When you gotta go, you gotta go. He needs some time. Yep, we don't, I said sorry. I said sorry. I said sorry. God. Dude needs to relax. And your pants are brown? That's okay. All my pants are brown. And the sky is gray. All right. We're going to use all these awful candles. Do you need a chill pill? I would agree. What did I do with that crucifix? Are you guiding me? Is it over here? Will you please do... Oh, it's right there. The timing, though? Yeah, you're such an asshat, dude. This is a Pulte. 100%. You were polite and said please. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Jack Thompson. I guess we were the rude ones here. But come on, not a single pile while we're here. So aggressive. Damn. There's my Infinity S, whatever you want to call that. Is that a Mr. Carr? Oh my. Carr, what up, dude? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Ow, my ear holes. Why the song? I don't know. I don't know why it stepped into like a perfect S, and I don't know why. Yeah. Mr. Carr, guys, if you're not following my lovely friend Mr. Carr, you should be. It was a blast. 'Twas a blast. What did you do? How was Phasmo? My ghosts have been a thing. They make me not want to hang out with them anymore. Finally had some time to grind the event. Oh, how did that go? I'm not, like, we've been in here for so long, and the ghost is not... I bet you it used, like... I bet it used its ability, like, twice. Both times we were not even there for it. How much you want to bet? Car, I hope you had a good one, man. Oh, my God. I'm painting badly. Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah, stinky little Pulte. Told you. Three times. I even call hogwash on that. No shot. No shot. Fox Girl, hello. How are you? How was the art? Lies and propaganda. All but one cooperated with me. Had a Goryo that literally acted like an Obake. What a turd. I am doing well. Painted terribly today. Hey, at least you're living up to your name. Can't complain too much there. Yep. What do you do when you're struggling to find the bone? Don't. If I'm struggling to find the bone and it's taking me a lot of time and I'm not doing some challenge or something, I just don't. Move on. You're wasting so much time at that point. You could have done another investigation, but instead of looking for the bone. But if you want to challenge yourself to do a perfect game and find the bone, you can. Is it worth your time? That's debatable. 'Tis debatable. But welcome in. I appreciate you so much. We are in the midst of our St. Jude month. So we just started. Today's day one. And we are raising money for St. Jude throughout the entire month of May. I do this every May. I've done it for the past couple of years. And yeah, it's an awesome, awesome, awesome foundation, an awesome charity. And I love them. Love them. What up, Yash? How are you? Best only do it on small maps. Agreed. Yeah. Agreed upon. What up, Sage? It's going well. How are you? Thank you for the follow. Only bone hunt on that. I only bone hunt on the large maps if I'm being forced to do a perfect game because it's related to some challenge or something. Yeah. Great charity. Amazing charity. Love them. And we are now to the point where we have a few goals that I'm saving for the next couple streams where we have, let's see, I have an IOU list, a Dixper Chaos Day, Repo Crowd Control, 2 Gross Sodas, merch giveaway, St. Jude onesie stream, community Phaz, and chat gets to choose my cosplay. Yeah. So the next and final goal is going to be a 12-hour stream. And then after that, we'll start adding some extended ones. What is Repo? So Repo, it's the game we've played a few times. Really, really fun. Amazing game to play with friends. I will probably get a group together to play, and then doing crowd control with it. Crowd control is a way for you guys to screw with the game. Yeah. Hello Kitty. It will be on the extended, I promise. I promise. Oh, do I want to try no evidence? I don't know if my brain is up to it right now. Yeah, repo with crowd control is awesome. Crowd control is a lot of fun because you can get points just by converting channel points, like following and all that jazz. So it's really, really easy to be able to screw with the game. Yeah, pretty great. Oh my word, I'm gonna yawn. I'm so sorry. It was a long day. Hey, Capone, what up, man? I'm Prestige 19. 19. We are getting closer and closer to the final Prestige. Long ass week. Ass week. To throw away 50 grand of items to repo? How dare. Open lobbies? Nope. More blueprints when? Great question. We could do that this month. I feel like there are people that have died, like have dove in like a couple hundred hours into that game, which is nuts. Super crazy. Nightly, welcome in. More other side when? Again, another game this month. Yeah. Another final prestige and then 100 levels to have everything unlocked. Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So technically, if you want to look at like the levels, I have another, what? I have another 180, 170. Yeah. Think a streamer group of other side for 6 hour stream as a, wait, what? Think a streamer group of other side for 6 hour stream as a 20. Oh, you mean for an extended goal? Oh, I understand what you're saying. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. MKM, thank you so much for the dono. Mr. Carr. And so it begins, he says. Carr, dude, thank you for the $1,000 donation to St. Jude. Jesus. Good God. Gonna need some. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start putting my brain to work and try to figure out what some of those goals are gonna be. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to, like, the next few streams, or like the next coming weeks, I need to start planning days. Almost to that 15K daily goal. Oh, I didn't realize it was for the daily. Oh, my bad. Oh. Didn't you just start? This is the first stream, Drake. Yeah. We need to go to another map so we can talk and chat while we go. I guess we'll do an event map. It's fine. We'll do Tango Street. That's fine. Oh yeah, photo camera for sure. Yeah. No, thank you guys so much. All of you, man. Every single one of you. Thank you. All right. Tango Street, let's go. Hooray for tier 2. I know we're working on it. We are getting there. Do you happen to know when the new map will be out? No. If I knew, you would know, because they would have announced it. Yeah, I wouldn't have like some secret information that I only reveal here. No. The information that I know, you guys also learn through the Phasmo Discord or through their social media, all that. Tier 1 challenge. That's literally what I just went through, Cow. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's literally prestiging. When's Switch Phaz coming out? Maybe, hey, Switch 2, just saying. I don't think it's going to happen, but hey, it's a thing. Join the Discord as well. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you guys are not there, I do has one. That's where I post my schedule. There's a lot of Phaz information. There's just chilling with peeps in there if you want to. You can look in for group for Phasmophobia. All the stuff and the things. Yeah, man. Break! So next dono goal is a Rocket League stream. Listen, you relax yourself. Break, thank you for the dono. $250, dude. God damn. Oh my god. Pat, of course you agree. Listen. Listen, Linda. That's right. Listen, Linda's correct. Let's get her juice on. What the hell happened to Tanglewood? Somebody came in here and hit it with a bunch of sticks. Need some milk? Listen, I have a suggestion channel inside of Discord. I am more than open to ideas if you guys have extended goals ideas. Extended goal ideas. I am all ears. But that was the breaker door. What are you doing in here, hot shot? I've done a no hat stream. Yeah. I know, Mary. I know. Wolf, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. All right. It touched the breaker door, so we want to get in there with that guy. We want to get one of these guys and one of these guys. About to go put the kiddos to bed. No worries. Yeah, we have a full day ahead of us. Collect some bunnies. I probably will. I would actually play Rocket League with Flash to stream of it. Listen, I would possibly be willing to have that as a goal. Why did that sound like... What did you... That sounded like the kitchen. Are you in there? Blows dust off controller. Oh, temps are rising in here. Are you in the laundry? Are you literally a tweener? Oh, you son of a biscuit. You son of a... Shut up. Oh, fingerprints. All right, we're fine. Never mind, you're fine. I'm sorry. My throne gift is to go towards the... Oh my god. What did you do, Blondie? Is this something I'm allowed to look at? We got phalanges. Yep. A little hard to see if we have orbs. It's bright AF in there, but I don't think we do. We'll go there. You can? Okay. I'll take a look. I will take a look. Thank you, Blondie. Let's go there. Go. Imagine yelling at the ghost for giving you evidence. I know, I apologize. I said some things in anger that I didn't mean. It was a my bee. Alright, do one of these, one of those, one of these. Floor it. Floor it. Nothing bad? Okay. I trust you. I trust you. Pickles! Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Alright, put a book. Put a cruci. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Flash, do you remember me? Well, you did say hey like a month ago. Or like last month, and that was the only thing you said. So it doesn't stand out in my brain too much. Where are you? Are you here? Nada. Do you like pickles as one of your go-to questions? That's fair. You're smelling a Goreo. It's on the list. I might need to... Yeah, it's not a Goreo. Yeah, I don't think it's a Goreo. Oh, we do have dots, though. Oh, you're a Banshee or a Phantom? Oh, my. I said I followed you. Correct. Right. Hush! Hey, Wolfpack, what up, dude? This bish! Thank you for the donation to St. Jude. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you, Fred. We're not playing viewers, Ruby. Not today. We are going to have a viewer day, though. Yeah. Well, if you chat more, Lax, I'm not... If somebody wants to lurk, they can lurk all they want. If somebody doesn't want to talk, they don't have to talk. But if you want someone to remember you, you probably have to talk a little bit more outside of, hey, I followed you, and then don't talk again. Just friendly advice. Yeah. Let's take this guy. Let's take this guy. You know what I could do? Hold on. This is what we're going to do. We're going to try this instead. Hey, I followed you. I don't know who you are. No, I do that with every streamer, then I wait 3 weeks. Yeah, that's really weird. Not sure. Commit? No, there's no point. There's no commit needed. We go in there. We actually do a test. So we're going to have it stalk us, and that'll tell us if it's a banshee or a phantom. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So we put this here. Okay. Do the roar. What tier of dots do I prefer? I like tier 3 dots, honestly. Tier 3 dots is my jam. Ever since they made the ability where you could stop them. When you couldn't stop them, I not so much. Okay. If it's a banshee, it'll stalk us. It'll come all the way to us, and then this won't go off. If it's a phantom, it will. I don't have a photo camera on me. Sag. Yeah, we hear you. Come on, do the thing. Need a roar emote? The lurkiest lurker in chats. Listen, I'm a lurker too. I lurk like crazy. Come on. British, how are you? Because we have dots, that is a nice old guarantee to not have a mimic. And because we saw dots in person, it's not a Goryo. So, yeah. Yeah. Can you hear EMF on the paramount? No, it's if I had this at a distance, nope. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Redog, that's your first message? I really don't give a shit. Don't seem to be stalking? No. No. Our ghosties. But both of these ghosts will stalk. Both of them will do it. It's just a matter of when. When. Oh, no, Mayor. They're probably trying to troll. That's okay. But I'm just going to shut them down and make them look dumb. Finally got over level 50. Hey, nice. But this is a nice little example of ghosts not doing their things. Oh, you meant the... Oh, okay. We have a ghost that is... Real cute. Banshees won't stalk through floors. They will if their ghost room is on a different floor. I mean, if the ghost room is on the basement or an attic, then yes. Well, Sage, it was also their first message in the chat, and then followed by another message that also said that they hate you. So, yeah, I'm going to immediately ban someone like that. Yeah. Gonna hit the hey, good night ping. Because for me to assume that someone is joking, I'd rather not assume. I'd rather assume that someone's being a jerk face and then take care of them. Well, I've played this game for a couple of years. Couple years. When this game first came out, I played it when it first released for a day, for like Halloween or whatever. No, you're good, Sage. And then I didn't play it for like a year. The ghost is not stalking us. The whole ghost not using their abilities things is a lot of fun. The Polty apparently used it 3 times. Or so they say. This is probably a I'm gonna go get a photo camera. Bets this is a phantom. Hey Jeffrey, what up, dude? Yeah, let's get another photo camera in there, and then we'll bring a crucifix and put it at our feet. Put it at our feet. Good night, Wolfpack. Put that there. That'll protect us. Yeah. Up his camera. Up his camera. A banshee that won't scream? That's a very good possibility. Very big possibility. It's being a butt. Like, come on. I do things like this because I want to see the abilities. What's the easy way of doing it? Just make it a hunt and watch the blinks. Easy way of doing it. Ada, thank you for the sub. But we have yet to see the ghost come this direction. Lots of fun. Maybe it'll do it if I'm a little further in. Maybe it doesn't like when you're that close to the front door. There, it's flippery doodon switches over there. Okay. What does it mean when the ghost knocks over a video camera? Just an interaction. Any ghost can do that. You just need to check it with the EMF to make sure if you're checking for like EMF 5, stuff like that. Come on, man. Oh, man, yeah, that's right. You're not, Jackson, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the ghost. Chemistry with the regular stream partner. Great. Oh, Ada. Thank you. Does it matter the lights on? No. No. These ghosts stalking you is just them using their ability. It did kick over the book. It's pretty mean. Come on. Any ghost can do that's your favorite quote. Ghost is being a butthole. Like, really? Not once has the ghost come over to me. At this point, it's science. Like I went barefoot on the other side. Listen, I had the option. If I have the option when they do character customization. Phantom. Why? 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 I don't know why. Why not stalk us? Why? It definitely explains no screaming, which is where we were definitely leaning towards. But come on. Come on. You little butt. Sleepy Phantom, I guess. Homie's taking a nap. Ghosty, no ghosty. Watch. I was gonna say, I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna watch those go off and it's gonna walk towards us. I swear to God. It's gonna say, yeah, it's gonna say it used its ability 100 times when we go back. What a butthead. Firelight 25. Did I see what the cursed was by chance?
It'll surprise you with a hunt. Hold on, let's see what happens. Will it all of a sudden just come walking back this way? Oh no, it's okay, Sage. It's just, yeah, first impressions are definitely a thing. Don't recall you finding it. Yeah, I don't recall finding it either. All right, you're walking around a little bit in there, so we'll give you that guy. I'm gonna take my smooge. We are gonna get the flashlight. Second smooge and go on a search. Anyone had a ghost do a hunt starting in dots? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the dots bug. It's been around for a couple of years. I had a ghost do a dot event the other day, and that was the first time I ever had that happen. Of course it is. Well, at least I can do the 25. It blew out the thing, right? No. Yeah. First time I ever had a dot event. Apparently the devs finally fixed the weekly challenge recently, though. Yeah, they apparently, I don't know. There's a couple of event things that they fixed, and at this point it's like, does it really matter? So like the event, I mean the weekly, how people were getting effed up weeklies, they fixed it. It's like, okay. Great. Where you going? Hey, come back. Thank you. All right. Let us... What if you're... don't stalk me. Okay, dude. Oh, ads are about to play, friends. We know what the ghosty is at this point. We know what the ghosty is. We've already got all that covered. All right, sanity is tanked. Yada yada yada. Get a photo camera. Actually, take this. Might as well go all the way. No. Nope. I've rarely actually liked to circle the entire way, and there's a reason for that. Okay. Dude, I thought it was hunting in dot form. I was like, why don't I hear it at all? Now it makes sense. That scared me. Okay. You have the video of what? I'm a little confused. 1, 2, 3. We can do 1, 2. Wait. Is that 6 there? Nope. That's 6. And then I need 2 more photos. So that would be the circle. Did I find the bone? I don't think I did. Boner. Bone pick, yeah. Wherever that may be. Bone, 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 bone. Where are the bone, bone, bone? Behind the car. Did you see it behind the car? Did I go behind the car? You're just a liar. It's fine. That's fine. Wait. Okay. It should be re-smudged now. It should be. Because that was after the timer. So it should be good for a few more seconds. It's there every time you play. Oh, well, that doesn't make that where it is. These sticks don't make it any easier, eh? Bone, where are you? Talk to us, please. It's in the basement. Hiding in the basement? It might be. We'll do a quick lap around here. It's in the room where it's in. Okay. Okay. It was good talking to you. Hey, soul. Could be a basement boner jam. Definitely could be. What are his boots yellow? What the? To be honest, guys, I don't see a bone. It's probably with the llama outside. Maybe. I see no bone. Oh no. It's about to hunt again. I'm scared. I'm scared. It has to be lost in the sticks. It's about to hunt. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. Nursery? Where'd you see it in the nursery? Where? Did you? Nope. No, you don't. Nope. Get you again. Aha! By the crib. Alright. You talking about this? This lighting thing? I see no bone. Oh, it was the lighting. Yeah, no, you're fine. Listen, any idea is not a bad idea while we're... It's stalking me? Yeah, now it is. Freaking jerk. What the hell? I don't know where it is. By the boxes? By what boxes? Okay, dude. You're such a jerk. Are the boxes in here? Look at it. Now it's stalking me. What a jerk. Maybe the far side of the bed in the master. Yeah, look at the ghost now. Maybe we just didn't use enough light, you know? It's gonna hunt here soon. I'm gonna have to quickly run out of the house. Okay. We should have the Ouija. Yeah. Look at that ghost fart trying to chase me out of here. Cap, thank you for the follow. All right, I have one more to go on this search. See, at this point, we could have just said, well, F it, but I kind of want to know now. We just have to carefully check our sticks. Where's your bone, dude? Just tell us, please. Ooh, have I looked in the master bath? Like, good enough? Maybe not. Are you standing there, you little jerk hole? Is that where it is? That might be bugged. Probably in the bathtub inside of the sticks. Yeah, it might be. I can't tell if that's the ghost or if it's just a bugged motion sensor. Because if it's a ghost, that's just rude. Might just have to risk it for the biscuit here. Whoop. There we go. He was waiting for us to come back, yeah. It's done. No? It went downstairs. It's so quiet. There we go. Oh, these stupid nests. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. It was like presented on the tub. It was like a Price is Right prize. Just I think in my mind we had gone in that room and I was like, what the hell? There's nothing here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the eye doctor when I'm done tonight. You did say master bath. Well, no, you said okay. You also said behind the car. You can't be like, I told you behind the car, in the kitchen, next in the master, on the in the boys' bedroom, basement, sidewalk, trash can, car. That's not how this works. You said two things. I know you said two things before you came back in and asked if I remembered you. All right, Phantom. It teleported it there. See, I like that. I like that much better. I think it teleported it. I agree. Can the ghost do that? No. Do I think that's what happened? Sure.
Ready for you.
I like it. You maintain. In my head, I swear I thought that that's what happened. God dang it. Well, we found it. Watched Tom play the other side today. Can't wait for the play again. Yeah, I was watching Tom play it as well. Yeah, he had played a little bit before he played it on stream. So he had a little bit more of an idea of what was going on, but not so much to where he was desensitized, because everything is still going to get you. Still jump scare the crap out of you. Yeah. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Okay. Watching Coach's VODs on the game and was dying every time she knew what was going. Oh yeah, that damn kitchen. With Coach, it was the kitchen. Anytime she walks in there and the thing would just explode, like all the cabinets go flying open. Yeah, it was pretty funny to watch. Pretty great. Pretty great. Oh my God. Friends, it's midnight for me. It's midnight. We might have to call it there, because I have a big day tomorrow of a lot of fam stuff. A lot of fam stuff. Kid birthday things and kid shows and activities and picking them up, dropping them off, picking them up, dropping them off. Lots of stuff. Oh my, 5 a.m. for you? Yeah, that's Mr. Kilo 7 hours. But man, it's been one hell of a first stream of the month. It's been a thing. YouTube, I'm going to let you go there, friends, and we're going to go find someone to raid here in a minute. Thank you guys for joining in on the fun. Please, if you ever feel so inclined, definitely come hang out with us on Twitch. It's only 11 p.m. for you. Fair. It was just a long day. 'Twas a long day. Oh, thank you, Madison. Yeah. Hanging out with the little missus. It's not her official birthday, but it is her birthday party. Long day, week, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Sage, She-Wolf. Thank you, California. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me see. Boop, 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 boop. I'm checking something real fast. Okay. All right. Let's go to the other screen. groovy. Man, you guys are something else. You know that? Anyone ever tell you that? They should. They should. Love the shirt. Thank you. It's one of the older designs that they had for the Play Live months. Yeah. Yeah, St. Jude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we are venturing ever so close to hitting almost every single milestone that I had set up for the month. So I'm gonna have to start using my brain and figuring some more stuff out. But I owe you guys a bunch of stuff. Mr. Song, love you, friend. Thank you. As of right now, as it stands, listen, I never want to expect anything. 2 gross sodas, repo crowd control, a merch giveaway, St. Jude onesie stream, community Phasmo, you guys getting to choose my cosplay, and then the next would be a 12-hour, which if we reach the 12-hour, I might be able to do a lot of that stuff during the 12-hour. Yeah, I'll figure out what I want to do about the cosplay stuff. I'm not sure if I want to open up a channel and you guys put suggestions in or what. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Enough for the day, yeah. Oh my. Well. Craziness. Thank you guys so much. Everybody that donated, thank you. When I get time, I will go back through, and if you donated over 25 and you gave me your Discord name, I'll make sure to get you your Discord donor role for sure. Yeah. And then I think I owe a couple of Bean Boozled as well. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be fun. I want to plan a lot of fun stuff this month. I don't want it to be only what you see with the milestones. I have a couple of ideas for goals. So I'm excited. Thanks so much for shoes. Love the energy, humor, positivity. The stream's always giving me something to look forward to every week. Crystal, thank you so much. That was very kind of you to say. I vote you cosplay as the Lorax. Great. Will I stream tomorrow? No, I don't stream on Saturdays. I stream on Sunday though. Sunday I stream. Yeah. All right. Where are we going? You know what Yeah, Sunday I stream at 1 o'clock, friends, for those of you that don't know. If you are new here by chance, if you've never been here before. Let me scroll through my list real fast. Let us see, shall we? Actually, you know what? Never been here before? Hard facts. Let the kiddos decide the cosplay? I don't know what they would choose, to be honest with you. Do I let my kids... See, but it was a chat chooses cosplay, though. Listen, if you guys are down for it, I would be more than happy to let each of them pick one, and then you guys vote. Do the kiddos like anime? Not really. Favorite 90s character? Do that. Elsa. Been there, done that. Still got the wig somewhere. Okay. All right, we'll curveball. We'll change it a little bit. I will let the kids... Boo kids, how dare you? Heroes hoping for Hello Kitty car. I promised that I would add that as an extended goal, that we would play Hello Kitty adventure, whatever, at some point. You cosplay? Yes, I did. I will not persuade them in any way. I promise you. I will just ask them. I will say, hey, if you wanted me to dress up on stream as anything, anything real or not real, whatever, who would it be? Or what would it be? I will let each of them tell me, and I will write down the first idea they give me, and then I will put it up to a vote and let you guys decide. I hope they say mom. I'm a little interested to see their choices too. I have a feeling that the boys are going to choose a wrestler. I can almost guarantee the boys are going to choose a wrestler. Izzy, I don't know what she would choose. She might say Bluey or something. They might say John Cena. If they say John Cena, can I just do one, like stream like this one of these days? Just completely leave the frame? Can I influence it? No, leave her alone. No. Hulk Hogan. Oh my God. Then we can't see you. Cosplay as Chingus? I just have to wear a white hat. Can I influence? No, stop trying to influence my children. Stop it. Green screen yourself out of the video so we can only hear you. What I'll do, no, Cara, that's easy peasy. What I do is I get out of the frame, take a screen grab, and put that inside of the camera frame. Easy peasy. All right. I know where we're going, friends. If you're a follower, the first one's for you. If you're a sub, the next one's for you. My creepy little tier 3s, we have one for you. Muffin from Bluey, but Muffin whenever they were dressed up as an old lady. Dude, that was one of the funniest episodes. That was so good. So freaking good. All right. We are going to go say hi. Oh, I copied the wrong thing. I'm a poo-poo face. Gladys. I love the Grady's, dude. It was so funny. The boys die laughing whenever Muffin plays that character. It's so funny because Izzy will watch Bluey every now and then. All right. We have one of our amazing, fantastic, wonderful, flying Hawaiian, Mr. Glacius. Mr. Glacius. Member of Midnight Society, founder of Set the Tone, Mr. Glay. He's playing Repo. Glay is my absolute homie. Love that man. Love that man. So we're going to go say hi to him. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking around with the raid. I will see you on Sunday for more shenanigans. Thank you guys so much for all of this. This is all that's left for the goal. It doesn't end. There is no end goal here. There literally is no, once you hit this, you're done. We are going to go until we can't anymore. So the goal for the month is here. F cancer. Damn right. But thank you guys so much for sticking around, for hanging out. Again, if you're lurking the stream, just having it in the background is even super, super helpful during streams like this. The ability for us to spread the word about St. Jude and about the stream and about the charity, and just the ability to have more people that might be able to help is just, it's an amazing thing. And I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm super proud of you guys. I'm proud of what we do. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the subs, by the way, and everything. You guys are nuts. I love you all. I will see you later. I appreciate every one of you. Love you. Bye.